Welcome to the world of fitness. Are you just starting out as a new fitness instructor or just need to refresh your fitness endeavors? Then this is the book for you. Hi, my name is Ashley Johnson and I am the founder of AshleysFitnessParty, the mobile dance aerobics and fitness service company. I wrote this book because I wish I had this book when I first started out as a fitness instructor. Even though I came from the world of dance and had taught countless dance classes before starting into fitness, I soon found the world of fitness is very different in its own respect. There was a lot for me to learn as an instructor, and I realized that after I taught my first class, as it was so horrible that people actually walked out of the class while I was teaching. At least half of the class left, and the other half probably stayed to be nice. I'm saying all of this to encourage you to know your business. Know what to expect down to the very detail. When you go prepared, you are ready for success. This book will give you the information, confidence, and industry knowledge that you need to be the best. Enjoy. Your coach, Ashley. So let's start with good songs. When you are teaching a high-impact fitness class, choosing the correct music is just as important as the choreography. Firstly, the BPM, or beats per minute, are extremely important. Too slow, and it will change the entire energy of the class. It will bring down the high energy push that one needs to get through such a challenging class. 130 to 160 BPMs is where you want to be for a fun, high-impact class. Your class should hold a steady BPM until you slow it down intentionally to a low-impact song. This is so your classes can catch their breath. This means you should not shift your BPM up and down song after song. Only change it every time you slow down to a low impact song, and then shift back into your 130 to 160 BPM. You don't necessarily have to buy your songs already in a playlist. You can create your own playlist, and you can plug your MP3 player directly into most music systems at the gym. Or you can use software like Audacity. That's spelled Audacity. And then you can use Audacity to mix and edit the songs of your choice. I find creating my own playlist allows me the opportunity to brand my classes the way that fits me and my crowd. Good songs are songs that people immediately respond to when they hear it. What does your audience want? Do you know? What are the hottest songs out? Or what is in the top 40? What songs can your class listen to over and over again and still get excited about? These are questions you should ask yourself when deciding whether you have a good song or not. Let's talk about bad songs. A bad song is a song that is hard to create choreography for and hard to execute choreography for. A song that has too many transitions and too many different breakdowns is not the best formatted song for a rookie instructor. When you are just learning how to effectively teach a fitness class, you want to use songs that have simple formats. For example, the intro, verse, chorus, and then outro. These songs are the easiest to learn, remember, and teach. A bad song for a high-impact aerobics class will be one that is less than 130 BPMs, specifically in aerobics. Unless you're using that song for your low impact song to keep the class balanced. I can understand that. However, if not, those types of songs are not appropriate. Your class will be too slow, and as a result, the participants will not work hard enough, sweat enough, or have as much fun as they should. They will watch the clock or walk out, which is even worse. So challenge yourself. Repetition is the key. Make sure all of your songs are censored. No profanities ever. Any song that offends your participants is a bad song. This includes explicit language, sexual or crude language, and of course, profanities. For weight training classes where you're focused on less repetitions and heavier weights, you should use a slower tempo of music to encourage a slower pace. You will be surprised at how much of an impact music has on the energy of the class. You control the environment, and therefore you must control the music. Okay, so let's go over the bad songs checklist. Number 1, no profanities, explicit, or offensive language ever. Number 2, High impact songs should never be less than 130 BPMs. Number 3, low impact classes means slower tempo music to set the energy level of the class. The science of high and low balance for a perfect set that makes class participants feel like they can conquer the entire class. There is definitely a science to arranging and managing a fitness class. You have to understand that your class members are mostly intimidated by a 1-hour high-impact class, unless they've been doing it for a while. Even so, members are generally intimidated by a new instructor that they have not worked with. Therefore, with these two thoughts in mind, you have to plan your music and your playlist strategically. Your ultimate goal is to lead your class members through a 1-hour challenging fitness adventure and across the finish line. If they feel that they can conquer your class, have fun, sweat, and still feel great at the end, then you've won. That's your reward. Your students will thank you literally for such a great experience and definitely return for more. Getting your students to come back is the goal. Okay, so here's your perfect playlist checklist. Number 1, pick songs with a clear verse, chorus, and bridge combination. Number 2, remember 3 high songs back-to-back maximum, then a low song mandatory. For beginner instructors, maybe 1 low to every 2 high songs to keep a manageable pace. Number 3, pick songs that you like so you have fire and passion when you dance or teach. Number 4, remember a playlist has 13 to 15 songs for a 1-hour class, depending on the length of each song. Number 5, practice the entire set and cueing before teaching the class. This is very important. And number 6, keep it simple. The simpler the better when starting out. Mixing song genres to keep the class interesting. There are several ways you can approach choosing songs for your playlist. You could always buy albums already made for the class. However, coming from a dance background, my experience has shown me that people like variety. My students like the top 40 hottest songs that are out, along with a few old school songs thrown in there, different ethnicities of music, and everything in between. Therefore, my professional advice is to mix it up. Have an exciting and hot playlist is all about research. Research, research, research. I spend about 2 to 4 hours a week researching, downloading, and editing music for my playlist. This I take very seriously. There's certainly a science to creating an amazing experience in your classes, and having the hottest playlist anyone has heard is a big part of it. When I research music, I always look up the top 10 songs in hip hop, pop, country, Latin, house, etc. Whatever your flavors are, you have to know your business. Know your business better than anyone. You have to know what's hot and have it on your playlist before your class asks for it. This is the beauty of creating your own playlist. When it comes to the music, you are the artist. Your class is a blank canvas, and you create the entire experience from beginning to end. That is so exciting. There's a beginning, a climax, and an end. What story will you tell with your songs? So with this in mind, let us discuss mixing these song genres. If your class is hip hop, you'll want to mix all different types of hip hop, including rap, dubstep, old school, poppin' lockin', and b-boy. If your class is Latin, you will want to mix salsa, merengue, bachata, cumbia, reggaeton, etc. These are just examples. However, that's just the beginning. What about mixing genres of music? That means take a hip-hop formatted class and toss in a Latin and house song. This mixes up the genres and gives your class an interesting and exciting experience. This also opens you up to more songs to choose from and gives you a seemingly endless list of music for your classes. This will also break up the monotony in your class. Keep your class guessing, and you can reach more people with more variety. So, remember that mixing genres can mean mixing ethnicities, eras, types, and target crowds. You'll want to be that instructor that has a class that is unforgettable, and making a playlist that has a healthy balance and exciting fusion will do just that. How often to change the playlist? Keeping the playlist fresh is very important. However, switching out the songs too often or too many at a time is not good either. My proven strategy that works is to change the whole playlist every 6 weeks. That means the entire thing. But every week, add 2 new songs and remove 2 old songs. So that's on a weekly basis. Generally, I like to add 1 new song to the beginning of the playlist to get the class hyped about something new, and add 1 to the end of the playlist to have the class go out on a high note. Usually, when I switch out the 2 songs, I pick whatever the hottest song is at that time. Whether it's hip hop, pop, Latin, house, whatever is hot, that's what you want to choose. This gives you a chance to not only update your playlist, but to also keep your list super fresh. This is how you can continue to be a crowd pleaser. Trust me, pleasing the crowd is everything in a successful fitness class. Students generally are looking for moves that are easy to follow, hot music, and burning calories in a great fitness class. In summary, you want to change the entire playlist every 6 weeks. However, throughout that 6-week period, you're adding about 2 new songs weekly. So by the end of the 6 weeks, you have an entirely new playlist, because you have 12 new songs since you started the 6-week period. You have started the cycle all over again. Now continue that cycle and add 2 new songs every week after that. You can even do 3 new songs, but it's great to keep 70% of your playlist familiar because your class will love hearing their favorites and knowing the moves with confidence. Also, gauge your class. Ask what songs are their favorites. Keep these on the playlist the entire 6 weeks until the end of the 6-week period. I call these songs the classics. These are the songs that the class as a whole loves so much that they could listen to it over and over and never get tired of doing it in class. However, when you start a new 6-week period, drop those classics off of the playlist. You will get new ones during your new 6 weeks. So here's our changing the playlist checklist. Number 1, keep your playlist for 6 weeks. Number 2, change 2 songs every week for 6 weeks. Number 3, picking songs from the top 40 list for your new songs keeps it hot and exciting. Number 4, keep 70% of your playlist familiar. Number 5, always keep your classics for the entire 6 weeks, then drop them off. Hey, great job, everybody. Now that you've gotten through the first chapters of the book, go ahead and download what's next. How to successfully break down a song, effective cueing, how to remember your choreography, editing music, and applying the principles. Good luck, everyone. Hey, this is Ashley. You can start earning more money now by purchasing each additional lesson for only $15.99. It was $19.99, but now it's only $15.99 each. Also, make your classes make you more money now by purchasing all 5 webinars for $49.50, a $99 value at AshleysFitnessParty.com.